more people are there. Let them also come. So to yeah. Okay. I was just telling online only we can give exam just to understand how it goes and all. We will try to share that link, UGC link itself. They are like you can attempt the yoga exam. You can see how questions come and all. I think that is what your main concern about. Also, you were asking about how questions will be and all. So I would share with you that also, so that each one of you can attempt and can understand the pattern of examination. I think Naresh Bhaiya is here. Okay, two things I need to do. One thing is sharing the syllabus in the group, and other thing is mock test link. And one other thing told by Manjunath Bhaiya is to give the questions. Hope these three are the suggestions that which is given by you people. Did I miss anything? That's it, right?
Yes, Didi.
Yeah. Thank you. Naresh Bhaiya, please continue. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Snigdha. Okay, we'll start with the prayer. Sit straight and close your eyes. Namaskara Mudra. Om Sri Adinadaya Namostu Tasmai Enopadishta Atayoga Vidya Viprachate Pronataraja Yogam Arodamichor Adirohiniva Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, Namaskar. Welcome to all of you. So last time we gone through mudras and bandhas. Okay. So till Panchadharana mudras is over, right? Is there any doubts, misclarifications from above the classes? Hello. Hari Om. So total 25 mudras and bandhas. The main key points, important things you have to remember about the concept of Panchadharana, and 4 bandhas and remaining 16 are the mudras. Okay, 5 dharana techniques. Usually this dharana techniques, if you compare with the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, is a 6th limb of Ashtanga Yoga, but here dharana is merged with the mudras and bandhas. And you have to remember about the Kechari Mudra and the different taste when you are once mastery over the Kechari Mudra. The different, first is saltish, then last product is Somarasa or nectar. About Nabha Mudra also, simply if you turn your tongue backward, that is Nabha Mudra. Uddiyana Bandha, everyone know that Uddiyana Bandha also called as a Mrityu Matangini Kesari. Try to remember this. Jalandhar Bandha, it helps to 16 Adharas, closing the 16 Adharas, 16 concentrated points. The timeline is 6 months. Then Moola Bandha, it help you to Apana and Pranavayu merging together. The direction will change, and it is very difficult to do. Even the Devatas and Maruti Siddhis is very difficult. And Mahabandha is if you adapting Jalandhara Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha together. Okay, that is Mahabandha, and Mahaveda is Moola Bandha and Mahabandha. If you together, that Mahaveda. Kechari, you know. So there is a closing of your common passage of your stoppage of inspiration, or closing of your respiration path by using the tongue, that is Kechari. So these are the different taste. And Viparita Karni, if you reverse the sun and moon, that is called as a Viparita Karni Mudra. It help you to the benefits is Sarva Lokeshu Pralaya. If any Pralaya, any distraction in the all the lokas, irrespective of Sapta lokas, then it doesn't help him yogi once mastery over the Viparita Karni. And Yoni Mudra also very, very important. If after attempting the Shanmiki Mudra, he go with the Shakti Charani, then he is circulating the Shakti throughout the body with respective of these 6 chambers, energy centers and chakras. Who are mastery over the Yoni Mudra, the benefits is, even though the sins, the greatest sins like if they are accomplishing with they are killing the brahmanas, or they are polluted the bed with the preceptor, or killing the fetus, or drinking the liquor, such kind of even sin activities also will not counted as a papa. Okay, that is the best siddhi, getting to the Yoni Mudra, Vajroni Mudra. Here, I want to little more go clear the clarification. Vajroni Mudra, there is a Vajroli Mudra, which is mentioned in Hatha Yoga Pradipika. That Vajroli Mudra is related to the, there is a male yogi and female yogini, that is completely related to the sexual relationship and with controlling their bindu or semen. But here Hatha Yoga, Geranda Samhita, Vajroni Mudra is something is different, only handstanding posture. Okay, try to don't confuse when you come back to the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, you may confused. And Shakti Charani, just circulating of that energy with the 6 chambers. For Yoni Mudra, the preparative practice is Shakti Charani. Once Yoni Mudra, the Shakti Charani is over, then that person is go to the Yoni Mudra level. And Tadaki Mudra is nothing but a Paschimottanasana, making the abdomen or stomach is hollow shape. That is called as a Tadaki Mudra. And Manduki Mudra, the tongue rotating inside the mouth. Okay, circulation of your tongue, right to left, left to right, that is called as a Manduki Mudra with respect to this pose. And Shambhavi Mudra, everyone know. And once you mastery over the Shambhavi Mudra, the concept two eyes concentrating on center of the eyebrow, once you master, he is equivalent to Adinada, Narayana, and Brahman. So these are the Panchadharanas: Prithvi, Ambasi, Vavya, Agneya, and Akashi. There is a Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam. Hum is the Bija Aksharas, Yam is the Bija Aksharas for each Panchamabhutas, each one. And the timeline, the standard timeline for all the Prithvi all the Dharanas is Panchagatikas. Panchagatika means 2.5 hours time. Okay. So, with respect of if you master over the each element, the related to the same element capacity, you gain that yogi. Simple. Let's come to the Ashwini Mudra. Here we stop now. Are you with me? Hello?
Yes, yes, Bhaiya.
Yeah, yes, fine. So here we are stopped last time. Ashwini Mudra, there is a similarity, there is a close appropriated between the Mula Bandha and Ashwini Bunda. Ashwini Mudra. Mula Bandha is a contracting of your rectum part. Okay, is a contracting of your rectum part. Here, Ashwini Mudra, not only contracting, you have to continuous contracting and releasing the muscles. If you contracting, holding your rectum muscles, that is called as a Mula Bandha. If you keep on contracting and relaxing of your rectum muscles, that is called as a Ashwini Mudra. Okay, so by practicing of Ashwini Mudra, definitely this Mooladhara Chakra, which that energy, we keep on talking about Kundalini energy, that help you to Prabodhini, means awakening of that energy. And this mudra also called as a Parama Mudra, means a great mudra, and related to Guhya Roga Vinashini. Guhya Roga Vinashini means is related to your anus disorder or genital organ disorders, whatever the Guhya Roga or Gupta Roga we called in Hindi. So those diseases can also be cured with the Ashwini Mudra. And Balapushti. Balapushti means is a great strength, okay, great vigor. And Akala Marana Haroti means any premature death. You can prevent the premature kind of death. Okay, this is the advantage by practicing of Ashwini Mudra. And next is Pashini Mudra. Simple, you can see on the picture on the right side. So it's like similar to your Halasana posture. Karnapidasana pose. So Pashini means which is bounding. Okay, so these legs are keep on back of the head. Some textbooks also they are giving the reference for Pashini Mudra, Dvipada Shirshasana. Okay, Dvipada Shirshasana also they consider as a Pashini Mudra. Some other text, because the explanation is like this, The two legs are neck towards the back, holding them strongly. That may be sitting position or lay down position. Okay, that doesn't matter. Just you remember the advantage about the Paushini Mudra. If there is a confusion between the each different authors or different schools, like prominently you can follow with the Kaivalya Dhamma textbooks are very authentic. Then little Bihar School of Yoga. Okay, Bihar School of Yoga is okay, but Kaivalya Dhamma is the best. And it helps to advantage Shakti Prabodhini, awakening the Shakti, Bhalapushta, the strength, and you should practice with a care those who desire to success. Okay, only Shakti Prabodhini, Balapushti, or whatever the desires of Yoga Sadhaka can succeed, fulfilled. Okay, and next is Kaki Mudra. Already Kaki Mudra we covered in the beginning session. Simply, if they are inhalation through the mouth and exhale through the nostril, that is called as a Kaki Mudra. Okay, very easy. So by practicing the Kaki Mudra, the related to disease like crow, I don't know what kind of diseases affected with the crow, those diseases can be cured with the Kaki Mudra. And the next Matangini Mudra. Anyone remember the practice of Kapalabhati? Kapalabhati, types of Kapalabhati according to Girinda Samhita. Please, if you remember, you can chart or you can on your mic and tell me. Types of Kapalabhati.
Surya Kapal
Karma.
Bhati.
Sorry, Vat Karma,
Yut Karma.
Yud Karma. Then
I can
Sheet
explain.
Karma.
One is with the air. One you take water from the mouth and take it out from the nose. One we take from the nose and then take the water out from the mouth. So
so
teen.
name per
Sir,
mouth in and nose out, nose in per mouth out.
one is Vat Karma, Vyut Karma, and
Okay.
Sheet Karma.
Okay, which is Yud Karma?
Sir, Vyut Karma
Shit
is
Karma
for
procedure?
nose.
Shit Karma procedure?
Nose, mouth, water. Vyut Karma.
Sheet Karma procedure.
Sheet karma is through mouth, you have to take and take out through nose.
Yes, very good, Sharad. So the best example, best to remember technique, I will tell you. Sheetkari, how you do Sheetkari, Sheetali? With mouth only, no? Whatever inhale or whether lips open or tongue rolling. So similarly here, Shit Karma, just mouth in and nose out. So here you are taking here water. Okay, water in and nose out. The Yud Karma is just the reverse. So in a Matangini Mudra also, just if you combine these two techniques, if you combine Yud Karma and Sheet Karma, that is called as a Matangini Mudra. So Matangi means is an elephant. How elephant bath in their own body, covering with the trunk, no? The similar name, similar capacity. Okay, getting through the yogis, go with the just first he is supposed to go with the first Yud Krama Kapalabhati, then followed by Sheet Krama Kapalabhati. Nose in, mouth out, and mouth in and nose out. That is called as a Matangini Mudra. Clear? Very easy. So he will, the advantage by Matangini Mudra is simple. The strength of the elephant kind of strength can gain by yogi. Okay, and he enjoy the great pleasures by mastery over the Matangini Mudra, and he should keep this practice very secret and with care also, caution. Next, last mudra, Bhujangini Mudra. So Bhujangini Mudra, just either like our same Bhujangasana, he drink the air with the esophagus or your mouth, then keep it inside, or once upon it holding, they have to take it out that air to the anus part. So that is called as a Bhujangini Mudra. All related to Udara Rogas. Udara Rogas means related to your digestive system disorders can be removed by Bhujangini Mudra. Okay, this is about mudras and bandhas. So there is a common benefits by practicing of all the mudras. One is here I enlisted total 10 benefits. One is Sarva Siddham or Siddhanam, means all the desires can get in. One is Jarana Marana Nashnam, keep away from old age and death, and Sarva Vyadhi Vinashakam, all diseases can disease free or disease eradicated, and Jadragni Vivardhanam, digestive fire stimulated, Mrityu Nashanam, Vardhakyam, Agni, Jala, and Vayu. Related to old age, especially old age people, they usually everybody having, once they're getting old age, they kind of fear, inner fear, because they are going to death. Okay, very closer to the death. And related to this Panchabhutas, Agni related to distractions, Jala or Vayu, those any death because of this Panchabhutas, it will not affect him if you mastery over the mudras and bandhas. And related to Kasaroga, means cough, and Swasaroga, breathing issues, even asthma and other things, and Pliharoga, spleen related, and Kustam, skin related diseases, and Sleshma Rogacha Vimshati. There is a kapha and Sleshma related disorders, or 20 types of disorders also can be overcome by practicing of mudras and bandhas. These are the 10 common benefits by practicing of mudra and bandha. Okay, so this is about mudra and bandha, third chapter, third limb of Saptanga Yoga. If you say okay, then I can move for next chapter, fourth chapter. Is clear? Can I move?
Sir, Maruta Siddhi.
Maruta Siddhi means who are in Maruta Siddhi means the controlling of prana. Controlling of prana. Maruti means the represent of prana shakti, or somewhere synonyms also is a kundalini energy. So you can overcome to lifting up or circulating that energy. Okay.
What is Ananda Siddhi?
Ananda means is blissful. Ananda, bliss, always in happy state. Okay.
Sir, these Sanskrit shlokas which are written side by side, do we also have to remember these?
No. It's only in this. You can remember this Saptanga Yoga, that first sloka, no, that Shodhana, Dhrita, Stairya, Dhairya, and followed the next sloka also. Remaining all things are you. At least this I highlighted in my PPT also, that Sanskrit in the English word, no, that if you remember enough.
Okay, sir.
No need. But other textbooks, especially Patanjali Yoga Sutra and some are Hatha Yoga Pradipika, those slokas are very, very important. If you remember, your concept is very clear. You may not confuse in any time. Okay. Let's small chapter, the fourth chapter. You can see the screen, no? Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bhaiya.
So fourth chapter is what is the Saptanga Yoga? Can you anyone tell the all 7 limbs of the Saptanga Yoga?
Shodhanam, Dhrudha,
Shodhanam,
Shodhana, Stairya, Laghava, Pratyaksha.
Okay.
Nirlipta.
Where is Dhrudata? Dhrudata is missing.
Second.
Asana.
Asana. Second. After Shodhana.
Shodhana, Dhrudata, Stairya, Laghava, Pratyahara,
Dhairya,
Nirlipta.
No. You are missing interchanging Laghava. Pranayama is
Interchanging,
yeah.
Shodhanam, Dhrudata, Stairyam, Dhairyam, Laghava, Pratyaksha, Nirlipta.
Okay.
Pratyaksha. Very good. So is the fourth chapter is Pratyahara. So always this Saptanga Yoga try to reference as a Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Pratyahara, which limb? As Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Pratyahara. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama. Then next Pratyahara will come. Right?
Yes.
Hatha Yoga.
Here is
Kriya.
No,
Yes.
no, Ashtanga Yoga of Patanjali. Ashtanga Yoga of Patanjali. But here, sorry. Hello. Okay. So this fourth limb is given to Pratyahara. Pratyahara means mastery over the sensor organs or restraining your mind that is called as a Pratyahara. It is a fourth limb of Saptanga Yoga. If you compare with the Patanjali Yoga Sutra is a fifth limb. This after Geranda. Okay, Geranda is because it is completely conversation between the Geranda and Chandakapalno. Geranda we started saying like this. Once finishing this mudras concept, mudras and bandhas, next is open up with this Pratyahara concept, and he is also highlighted out of this Pratyahara is the best. Yoga is the best, and by the knowledge of Pratyahara, by practicing of Pratyahara, he can get that Kamadi Rupa Nashanam. Related to Kamadi means passion, like this Kama Krodha Lobha Manda Mahacharya, this Shadvargas related to passion or lust and other things can controlled once you mastery over the Pratyahara. This is very, very important. Kamadi Rupa Nashanam. Try to remember what is the outcome if you mastery over the Pratyahara. The yoga sadhakas or yogis, what they get. This is Kamadi Rupa Nashanam. Okay. So here Geranda is given few of the techniques how to control this mind. In a Pratyahara, usually we give the best example as a tortoise. Tortoise, how it is control the sensor organs. We have 5 Jnanendriyas or 5 sensor organs. No, your eyes and nose, tongue and ear and skin. So clearly, because most of this sensor organs are sometimes as a yoga sadhakas, usually non-yoga sadhakas are normal people, they always his mind is followed by sensor organs. Sensor organs are controlling his mind attitude. Okay, when the sight or my ear or my taste or my smell, if follow somewhere, then my mind is also follow. Means my sensor organs are running my mind. My mind is not running sensor organs. My sensor organs are not controlling on my mind. My sensor because my mind only who are practicing yoga sadhakas or yogis, for them is a reverse. They are controlling all sensor organs as their wish. If they give the commanding to watch that object or stop that object, don't look at, then definitely even the eyes open also, that information that related to object information will not go into the is a thought process. So such kind of controlling is called as a Pratyahara. So here this Geranda is explaining about the related to sight. This Chanchalamana, how it is always just mind when eyes are going on different objects. No, try to control that. That is called as a one Pratyahara. He is not given the name for this Pratyahara techniques. Okay, let one bring this Chitta thinking principle under his control by withdrawing it whenever the wandering mind away or drawn by the various object of the sight. On this, and next is about the voice related commandings. So there is a sometimes we always very prized to the good words and very depressed with the bad words or good speech and bad speech. There is a puraskara and tiraskara, and susravyam is a good speech and dusrutam. Then you control that by controlling your mind. Don't give that importance to the within price word or within a good speech or bad speech. Okay, still this inside how to go in and how to control, just with the eyes closed or sitting place, you have to commanding is here. You should slowly connecting is maybe a neurological system or something. You should slowly controlling this hearing process or sight process. And even the same thing is applicable to the is nose, smell related, sugandha and durgandha, or different kind of distracted smells. Okay, when you're crossing about the food street or somewhere, even though your stomach full, still there is a craving. But as a yoga practitioner, if you follow the Pratyahara technique, you can control that. You can cut down that process or cut down that desire. Okay, that is a lot smell and taste also. Tongue, different rasas. This madura, amla, lavana, tikta, katukasha. Difference the taste. If you tongue or especially sour or amla thing, once you touch your tongue, that saliva is produced. Those yoga practitioners, he can control that saliva taste also. He can control that stimulation of saliva. Okay, withdrawing his mind. So slowly controlling his mind. This, your tongue is under control you. Okay, once you control your mind, then your sensor organs also control you. This is related to pratyahara. Okay, just main important for related to this taste, the different rasas, madura, amla, and bitter, thicker. So that just withdrawing his mind is control. Then smell also same thing. Sugandha and durgandha, distracted, different mind attracted things. Then here also puraskaram, tiraskaram, susravyam, dusrutam, related to good words and bad words, and related to your sight. That's this is related to Geranda Samhita. Best, this is Kamadi Rupa Nashana. If you remember, this fourth chapter is over. Just 5 minutes. It's nothing to discuss more. Okay, can I go next?
Sir, the book is saying 6 enemies in Pratyahara.
6 enemies is Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Matsarya. Okay, those. Book is not saying Kamadi Rupa Nashana, not 6 enemies. That is explanation part. Okay, continuation of explanation part. So why I know this is sometimes this the statement, continuous statement, if you go with the Bihar School of Yoga also, is a very lengthy process. For exam point of view, you need only sloka and meaning, little background of understanding, little bit background of understanding, but to less amount of time you can cover the entire syllabus. Okay, if you keep on reading with the commentary part, you can't finish the whole subjects. Everybody the same concept, they will twist it or something. Finally come to the controlling of mind, overcome this desires and other things. Okay, can I go on this next topic? Pranayama, very interesting. You will going through this pranayama as a base. You lots of misconception going to clear in from pranayama practice. This chapter. Can I start?
Yeah.
Okay. So, which limb of the pranayama this as per Geranda Samhita?
Laghava.
Laghava. By practicing a pranayama, you will get lightness. The benefits, the common thing is lightness, physical lightness or mental lightness. And about this Dhairya by Pratyahara. Okay. And Geranda Samhita. So in the Geranda Samhita, another benefit also is mentioned in that the person is become a like a god, that is Deha Tulya Bhavon Narha. Deva Tulya Bhavon Narha. He become like a god once mastery over the pranayama. Even though this physical symptoms is lightness, the another advantage is equivalent to God. Okay, so which is one even which mudra? One mudra also is Shambhavi mudra. So similar Deva Tulya Bhavunara. He's become a god. In Shambhavi mudra, he is become a once mastery over. He is become a Adinada and Narayana and Brahma. So here also like that. There is sometimes questions are combination based questions. Now which of the practices are help you to the yoga sadhakis or attain the Deha Tulya Bhavunara or Deva Tulya Deha. So like that base questions also they may ask. Okay, try to that similarity of the benefits of irrespective of practice list, mudras and asanas, that also you have to remember. So in a Geranda Samhita, the good thing we have to take out from this Geranda Samhita textbook is, for practicing the pranayama, he mentioned the prerequisites, 4 prerequisites things, which are, one is first you look at the sthana. Sthana means is a good place. Okay. And kala, there is a suitable time when to practice this, where to practice, when to practice, what type of diet should I follow if I go in the pranayama practice. Then after nadi shuddhi, then fourth one is nadi shuddhi. So here in before pranayama, even this nadi shuddhi is not come under the pranayama. Very keenly observe. As per Geranda, nadi shuddhi is to purify the nadis, not pranayama part. As we consider nadi shuddhi as a pranayama, but as a Geranda Samhita, nadi shuddhi is nothing but a purification process. It is nothing but a shet kriya, and one of the another variation of shuddhi kriya, shodhana kriya. Okay, this prerequisite 4 are very, very important. Try to remember in the same sequential order. One is Thana and Kala, then Mitahara and Nadi Shuddhi. This kind of explanation you can't get from even Hatha Yoga Pradipika and Hatha Ratnavali. Nowhere some of the concepts are not much clear, not in detail. That's why Geranda Samhita is the best, and they call as a practical manual. Most of the textbooks, they say that, but they're not given about the timeline, when to practice, where to practice. Hatha Yoga Pradipika, they mentioned about the way, the location of Hatha means mutt, that hermitage, but more things in detail you get it here. Okay, so let's come to the each sthana, about sthana, what is mentioned, about kala, what is mentioned, we will look at. One is about the place of pranayama, this sthana. For choosing your sthana, first 3 things you should avoid. Always our Hatha Yoga texts or any things, they will give the caution about avoiding things they first introduce. Then next they will introduce what to do. First, what should not do, they will give the importance first. So one is Dura Desha. Dura Desha means far off country. So whatever your yoga sadhana should not away from the kingdom, away from the location, not too far. If too far, what is going on? There is a drawback. Aviswasa Dura Desha. If you go on very far away distance, you will get lose of faith on yourself only. You will not having that much of courage to practicing, or you may doubt, lots of doubt creating in your mind if you very go away from the society, means whatever the location is there. And there is a aranya, in a deep forest. Some more people go for a deep inquiring about deep. I don't want to this kind of life. I want to away from the family, away from this society. They go very far away. Very far away also is not good for, because they are also creating raksha vajjitam, aranya raksha vajjitam. There is no protection. Maybe in a deep forest there is a wild animals and lot of other forest related changes, or related to animal things and other things maybe disturb your sadhana. That's why they are not given for aranya thing also. And Rajadanya means and within the capital city, or within the your metro kind of cities, or any topmost cities should not recommend it, because it is a crowded thing. The people will disturb your sadhana. So out of this, you have to choose your place. And try to remember why Dura Desha is not recommended, because of if you practice, if you stay Dura Desha, Aviswasa. If Aranya, there is a Raksha Varjitam, protection. Rajadanya, there is a danger of exposure to the all kind of the common people and other things. So this very, very important. And this is the explanation about that. And next is, now sthana is over. Next is kala, about the time, when to practice this. So according to our this Indian climatical changes, we have the 6 seasons. Okay, one is Hemanta, Shishira, Grishma, Varsha, and Vasanta and Sharad. All 6 rutus. Out of the 6, for beginners of yoga practitioners, keep remember this, beginners of the yoga practitioners or pranayama, they recommended for only 2 seasons. One is Vasanta and another one is Sharad Rutu. Sharad means autumn. That time our equivalent English calendar is September to October, and Vasanta is a spring or monsoon, March to April. These 2 months, who are the already practitioners, they go with the irrespective of any seasons. But especially for the beginners, they given that these 2 samayas, 2 kalas. And this what avoided, there is a Hemanta Rutu, Shishir Rutu, Grishma Rutu, Varsha Rutu. Either you remember the 4 Rutus names, or you can remember the 2 Rutus names. So choice is yours. Don't be confused. If you remember 2 things, use easily to eliminate the options from the questions. Okay, out of 6, if you remember 2 things is enough. Then still time is a pranayama is mentioned for only seasonal wise. If come to the time wise, is mentioned the different things. There is a 4 times a day practice also. Prata, Madhyadina, Saya, Madhyarata. Morning and the afternoon and evening and midnight. 4 times a day. Okay. And these things, then after one sthana is over, kala is over, then third step is mitahara, about moderate diet. What type of food yogi taken during the pranayama practice? So first is he is giving the example for the moderate diet means the whole stomach. If you take 100% as a whole stomach, the 50% of the stomach is filled with the Shuddham, Sumaduram, Snigdham type of ahara, which is very pure and sweet and cooling food. That food you filled of your 50% of the stomach. Okay, that means is you can simply, I can say, as a solid kind of food. Whatever that is, that food should having the quality of Shuddham, Sumaduram, and Snigdham. Okay, and 25% of the stomach filled with the liquid food. All any juices, any kind of the juices. And next is means juices means any juices means not like you go with some kind of liquor or wine, other things, the natural juices. And 25% of the stomach should be kept empty for movement of air. Okay, total this is the division of your stomach to the definition of mitahara. Mitahara according to Geranda Samhita. Okay, so next patya is a recommended food. Pratyahara means recommended food. Total 24 items is given in this sloka. I given the from few of the items. I'm not getting equivalent English word translation word, but most of the things you can see here. There is a salanya, is a heat rice, yava pistam barley bread, and godama pistakam wheat bread, mudga bean, and masha beans and radial grains, or patola is like a kind of cucumber, and panasam is a jackfruit, and manakachu, and kakola kind of berry, and ramba jujube, and dhambari bonduk nut, and kantakam cucumber, amaramba and balaramba, and rambadanda, and mulakam, and vartika mulakam, rudvi, balaska, kalaska, and patola patraka, and panchashaka, bastuka, imalochika. These are the things is recommended to should take that food. Okay, try to remember, just at least familiar with these words. Okay, the previous questions they keep on asking about which kind of food recommended, which kind of food not recommended, which is the pratyahara, which is apatyahara. And those food characteristics, what type characteristics of food should take? One is lagu pakam. There's 4 characteristics from the sloka. One is lagu pakam. Lagu pakam means easily digestible, irrespective of any food. When you're taking within 1.5 hour or 2 hours, it should be digested, and it should give that energy to the yogis. It's not like it will take some kind of the food. If you eat, no, maybe after 6 hours or 10 hours, release that energy. So that means the body is putting some extra effort to digest that food which you had. Okay, that means you are spending unnecessary energy. Instead of taking that energy from the food, you are spending that energy. So that may be reason they are giving for lagu pakam, easily digestible food. And priyam snigdham, which is the agreeable and cooling kind of food, or viscosity kind of food. Snigdham means viscosity. And dhatu proportional, all the nourishment of you. which is nourish the humerus of the body. Dhatu proportional, which keep your body all type of nutrition and proteins. And manobilashtam, this is also very, very important. Not only protein, not only priyam and lagupakam, it should be for you desire. Those yogis should wanted to have it. Okay, you interested on that food. With icha, you take that food, consume that food. This is also very, very important. So these 4 characteristics: lagupakam, priyasnignam, dhatu proportionam, manobilashitam. And nishiddhahara, total 22 items, which is katu, bitter, amla, acid, lavana, salty, tikta, pungent, boostam, roasted things, dadi, curd, takram, whey, and sakoktam, mixed vegetable, shakoktam, mixed vegetable, madhya, wine, thalam, walnut, and panasam, overripe jackfruit, and kadamba, jambira, bimba, lakuncha, lasun, onion and garlic, and visha, lotus, kamaranga, piala, hinga, shalmali, and kemuka. Okay, this for total 22 items. Avoided food characteristics: one is cartinia, which is too hard, not easily digestible, just a reverse of recommended food. Okay, duritam, sinful food or putrid food, and atish usna, too much hot, and payurustam, very stale food, atishitam, not too cold, not too much hot, or not too much this stale kind of food. Okay, so these 5 characteristics. Next, few more things also yogi should avoid. One is early morning bath, pratasnanam, upasadi, the frequent fasting, and kaya klesha vidhi, which is too much excessive kind of practices, vigorous kind of physical actions or activities, and ekaharam, only one time a day, also not recommended, and niraharam yamante, within sometimes the yogis are go on should not taking any kind of food, that also is not recommended within the 3 hours. Yamante means in a 3 hours. Yamam means 3 hours. Okay. Beginning also is mentioned. Beginning also should avoid few more things. There is a path, much traveling, and Sri, company of women, Vahini, near to the fire, and Navanitam, fresh butter, Drita Kshiram, thick milk, and good sakkar, sugar, draksha, date sugar or juice, your grapes juice, navani, dhatri, pomegranate, and rasam amla, amlaki or lavana fruit, and nari kelam, even coconut also is there. Avoided beginning practices. What is the reason behind? I don't know much about coconut. Yogi can eat while practicing yoga. One is elam, cardamom, jati, jipla, lavanga, cloves, paurusham, aphrodisca, and jambulam, rose apple, aritaki, and kajura. These 7 items can take yogi before commencing the pranayama. So from here onwards, then slowly, first we looking the, which is the first is Thana, then Kala, then moderate diet, Pratyahara and Apatyahara. Pratyahara characteristics and Apatyahara characteristics. Then come to the pranayam. Before entering the pranayam or Nadi Shuddhi. So let's go with the every morning Kshiranna Bhojanam. Nitya Kshiraja Nitya Bhojanam. Every day go with rice and milk. Okay, milk with the rice, have it, and that also Madhyana and Sahanne, afternoon and the evening, only 2 times a day, not 3 times, thrice a day. Next, now here comes the Nadi Shuddhi, the cleansing of Nadis will come here. Okay, so beginning is Thana, Kala, Samaya, then come to the Nadi Shuddhi. Can I continue this Nadi Shuddhi at least? Nadi Shuddhi until Ashtakumbhaka Pranayamas. Or you are feeling heavy? Hello? It's too much.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can we
Can we
have
do
in
it
the next class,
tomorrow?
Bhaiya?
Mhm.
Can we have it in the next class, Bhaiya? Can we?
At least till this, let me finish these 4 things.
Yes,
Okay,
sure.
4 things.
Bhaiya, one doubt is there.
Yes.
Is that as per Gheranda Samhita, to avoid the Pratha Snana, usually it is suggested to take bath morning, right? Before the practice and all.
For Hatha Yogi, it's not good for if you following other traditional things or Bhakti Yoga or some other things, but
Okay.
who are following Hatha Yoga Parampara, these things, it's not
Okay.
good. So try to don't mix with the principles and rules and regulations of Hatha Yogi with other yoga systems, other
Okay.
streams of yoga.
Is there some reason, Bhaiya?
Maybe if you go with a cold kind of water, that body may be squeezed. Usually this pranayama practices or mudras, bandhas will help you to increase the body weight. This whatever the sleeping energy, the kundalini energy, you should awaken, you produce the heat. What finally happening with this pranayama, the heat is producing. Okay, inner heat will produce. So that
Okay.
heat will help you to trigger that energy. Maybe early morning kind of bath, and especially winter time and other things is not good for him. That kind of one hypothetical reason.
Okay. Okay, Bhaiya. Thank you.
So we are in Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. So everyone very familiar with Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. Whatever that Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama concept, daily practice Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama, keep it side as of now. Okay, that technique is completely different than Gheranda Samhita. You make sure don't confuse. So because this Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama something is higher practice purpose, which we are doing left nostril breathing and right breathe out, right nostril breathing and left out. That is Nadi Shuddhi, right? So you start with the left nostril and right out, right nostril breathing and left out. That we are calling as a Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. Here, Nadi Shuddhi, there is a 3 pranayama or Nadi Shuddhi, there is a 3 terms frequently used. One is Puraka, Rechaka and Kumbhaka. Puraka means breathe in and Rechaka means exhalation, breathe out, and Kumbhaka means holding the breath either inside or outside. Okay, so here in Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama, before entering this Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama, he is supposed to sit any meditative posture, Padmasana, Siddhasana, any pose. Then his sitting place, the sitting, how to arrange that sitting location, the arrangement of sitting. First is Kushasana, sitting in a great Kusha grass. There is a grass, specific grass. That grass first in the ground, above the ground, you nicely placed that grass. Then Mruga Jaine, there is a skin of antelope, and Vayugraha Jaine, tiger skin, and Kambale, above that blanket or silk cloth. Okay, then and calmly and quiet above that this four layers of the thus you are seating, no, above that you can adapting any meditative pose. That these 4 items they are mentioned in now this Gheranda Samhita. Try to remember. One is first lower level is this grass Kushasane, then above that Mrugajine, then Vyagrajine, then Kambale. Okay, after you sitting that, you face the direction, which direction the yogi should do this Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. The recommended 2 directions out of 4 directions of our representation. One is north, another direction is east. Okay, Pragmukhe, that is facing east, and Vayu Vyapyudag Mukha. Okay, Vyapyudag Mukha, facing north and east. And next is types of Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. There is a Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama classified into 2 types. 2 types of Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. One is Samanu Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. Samanu means which we are doing this left nostril and right nostril, left breathe in and right out, right breathe in and left out with along with the Bija Aksharas. Along with the Bija Aksharas, there is a Hayam, Ram or Hum those Bijaksharas you keep on contemplate with a particular ratio. One ratio is given by Geranda. That is called as a Samanu Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. And Nirmanu Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama means which about this all Dauti Kramas, Dauti Karmas, the cleansing techniques of Dautis comes under the Nirmanu Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama, which also help you to physical cleansing, and Samanu Nadi Shuddhi is related to mental process, mental cleansing. One is mental cleansing, another one is physical cleansing. Nadi Shuddhi, two types. Okay, so first Nadi Shuddhi, this which Nadi Shuddhi I'm going to, this already Nirmanu Nadi Shuddhi is over in from Shodhana Kriyas, first chapter. So that's why he's not discussed giving much details about the Nirmanu Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. Let's just come to directly Samanu Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. So in a Samanu Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama, first he do Puraka. Puraka means inhalation with the left nostril. He's starting with the left nostril by 16 counts. There is a standard formula for this Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. There is a 16 east, and 64 east and 32. Purak, Kumbhak and Rechak. Try to remember this 16, 64 and 32 counts are matras. They called as a matras. Okay, or counting, you can call it a Kshanakala, 1 seconds. In a left nostril, breathe in with contemplating on Vayu Tattva and Vayu Bijakshara, that is Yamkara, Yamkara 16 times. Okay, then do the Kumbhaka 64 times with Yam. Then do the Rechaka with the right nostril 32 times of Yamkara only. You keep on internal counting Yam like with Rechaka, with exhalation or inhalation or Kumbhaka. Then no, I closed my the yogis breathe out to the left nostril. Then again Puraka means inhalation through the right nostril. 16 counts. The Bijakshara is here changed, which is Agni Bijakshara, that is Ramkara. Manipura Chakra Bijakshara is Ramkara. So Ram, then do the Kumbhaka 64 times with same counting of Ram. Then do the Rechaka, means exhalation with the left nostril. So here is one cycle is over. The yogi started Puraka with the left nostril here. Then come to the Rechaka of Ramkara. Yamkara to Ramkara is one cycle is over. Half cycle with the Yamkara, another half cycle with the Ramkara. Clear? Then it's not over here. It is continue again another method. The yogi should contemplate on this moon. Okay, moon, Chandra Stan. You keep on thinking about the Chandra. Then do the Puraka, means inhalation with the left nostril, with the counting of 16 counts. The Bijakshara is Tham. Then do the Kumbhaka 64 times, the Bijakshara Tham. Then do the Rechaka, right nostril 32 times, Lam. So this one cycle, after one cycle, left start to left end is one cycle, till continue another half cycle with the Tham 2 times Tham, Puraka and Kumbhaka Tham, Rechaka with the Lam. Lam is the Prithvi Tattva. Okay, so this is the procedure of Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. Is it clear? Any doubts? No?
We can say in the ratio of 1:4:2:1, right?
Yeah, the best standard ratio counting is, there is a standard formula for that, 1:4:2. If you, for example, 1 second, if you take inhale, the 4 times you're supposed to holding the breath and 2 times supposed to exhale the breath. 1:4:2. For example, if I take 5 seconds of breath, can you say that formula, apply that formula, and what is the counting ratio will come?
5:20:10:5.
Yes. Okay, clear? So try to remember that formula. 1:4. This counting system, the reference you will not get from any other Hatha Yoga text. Even Hatha Yoga Pradipika is not given about the counting, how much long you supposed to inhale or exhale or holding the breath. Here, you get very clear about this counting system, the counting of with the bija aksharas. Okay.
Bhaiya, gazing at the moon means how to do that? Is it mentally dharana or we have to really?
Yes, dharana only. This is all mental process.
Okay.
With eyes closed, you contemplate on Chandra. Okay.
Thank you. Bhaiya.
Can I stop here? One more thing. So 31st, next class on Friday. So it is a 31st. Are you people are going to celebrate of end of the day, or we will prepone or postpone our class? Anything okay for me?
No, Bhaiya, 31st is fine.
Fine. Hello,
For me, it is
others?
fine. But please ask about others.
For me, it is fine.
The majority is there, then I can take on 31st only. Or even tomorrow also fine.
Yeah, can we take tomorrow instead of Friday, if it's okay with others?
Okay.
Tomorrow okay?
Okay, Bhaiya. Anything is fine.
My two things are sometimes the mind will not that much too intense because other people are celebrating or you people are. Maybe. If you okay, that's fine. Okay. So we will meet tomorrow. If you have doubts, please post in a WhatsApp group also. You try to start discussion or asking the questions yourself on the group. It should be sometimes it should be busy. It's not like a empty group in a WhatsApp. Start discussion and start asking the questions. Whoever know, they will start giving the reply. But not other things. Other things should not. You use this group for only subject discussion. Okay, I will try to make this come up with the MCQs and other questions by chapter wise. I'm looking for at least half of this syllabus is over. You will get the clarity. And go with this Kiranda Samhita if you want to pre-advanced read. I posted the PDF also in the old book. You go through that book. Okay. Fine.
Sir, isme the one which you said for Nadi Shuddhi 16 times. So how is that person going to count?
Kshanakala. He will count like Om or that Tam Shabd Lego, that Bijakshara. One is one count. If you are uttering that sound is one count. So 16 times he go on yum 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 rum 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 like that. So mental manasik, not louder chanting inside.
It is so difficult to keep in track, like 64 times I have counted, and now like that thing is difficult.
Because that's why they are yogis. Okay. It's
Bhaiya,
not because once you training your mind, no, then slowly they will come to that level. It's not like impossible things are impossible things. Okay, they are very intensive. They want to go on something higher means you have to do. Okay. Yeah. Tejaswini.
Yes, Bhaiya. Bhaiya, you have shared the textbook of Geranda Samhita, that is Shiva Chandra publication. So we can also follow, we can refer Bihar also, Bhaiya.
Bihar is good, but thing is explanation is too much. You will, if your concepts are not much clear, you want to go in detail commentary things, you always welcome. Okay, go it. It's nothing wrong. Just I'm saying this much knowledge, the background, this much knowledge, if you know enough. That is additional. Okay.
Additional. No, Bhaiya, which one is good for now? Net exam, Bhaiya. Whatever
Our
you
notes
shared.
is good. Our classes are good. Okay, you go with the MCQ. Enough.
Okay, Bhaiya. Thank you, Bhaiya.
Yeah. We close here with 1 round Omkara and 3 round Shanti. Okay, sit straight and close your eyes. Namaskara Mudra. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. Namaskar. Shubharatri.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Bhaiya.
Good night.